Verse by verse meditations. Genesis chapter 7. Genesis chapter 7 and verse 24. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. Although I cannot understand the science behind it, for 110 days after the rain had stopped, the waters continued to rise. Even as a mathematician, I have no desire to even begin to calculate how much water is on this planet on which we live. Should I need to explain it to a little child, I would simply say to them, there's plenty water on the earth. And there is a tremendous amount of animals that live in these waters. I remember hearing once that man has explored more of space than they have explored of the oceans. But the thing that amazes me the most is that while there is so much water covering the earth, this water had to go somewhere for there to be land seen again. God wrote His Word so that we could become more intimate with Him. He didn't write it so that we could become great scientists. And although I appreciate interacting with persons that have great intellects, I would prefer to interact with persons that have great compassion more so. In Matthew chapter 7 and verse 12, listen to the words of Jesus. Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that man should do to you, do ye even so to them, for this is the law and the prophets. So basically, if it is your desire to receive compassion, then you must practice giving compassion. This is the concept that most people do their best to avoid. If the principle works in their favor, then they love that principle and they call it fair. But when or should they find the shoe on the other foot, then all of a sudden, the world isn't fair anymore. Recently, I watched a YouTube video that was asking college students how they felt about having every ethnic group represented in the classrooms and on the college campus. And everybody was absolutely in agreement with this principle. But when these same individuals were asked to ensure that the football team followed the same policy, then they were in opposition to this idea. Fortunately, the majority of persons felt that perhaps selecting persons based on ability was a far better policy. I thank God that salvation is not based on merit or ability, though. Otherwise, none of us would stand a chance. As we read in Titus chapter 3 and 5, not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to His mercy He saved us, by the washing of regeneration and renewing of the Holy Ghost.